How can we test our system once and for all to actually make money? Hello, I'm Tradiology and I hope you're doing well. Today, I want you to learn, whatever method you're using, how you can really make money. So, please pay very close attention to today's lesson. I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel before watching the video, so I can continue even stronger than before. Now, let's move to the chart. I want to realistically test a strategy with you so you'll see exactly how you should work, and you'll realize exactly where your problem lies. The prerequisite to testing a trading system is having a clear idea in mind of what you're trying to test. For example, someone who is a price action trader might think that if a pin bar candlestick pattern appears at the bottom of a trading range, they'll enter a trade and place their stop loss just below that pin bar. Or maybe someone has learned the RTM method and believes that if a major FTR forms, they'll enter a trade on the pullback to it and place their stop loss behind that FTR level. It's also possible that someone has studied the ICT method, and when they see liquidity being taken from one side, they wait for a displacement and enter at the 50% pullback, placing their stop loss behind the FVG. If you don't understand the names, it's totally fine, you don't need to learn all these styles. By the end of this video, you'll clearly see what actually helps you make money. So whatever strategy you're using, know this, the issue is not with your analysis. The problem lies elsewhere. From this moment forward, I'm going to test one of these methods right in front of you so you can see whether you're hitting stop losses because of your own mistakes or if the problem lies elsewhere. If you're okay with it, this time let's test an ICT style and one of its entry methods to see how someone who has properly learned this style can, through effort and building the right mindset, become profitable. You can apply this type of test to any analytical method you use. Now, here's the idea I have in mind for this method. I'll wait for the price to go above one of the previous major highs. Then, if it can break and close below the most recent low it created, I'll enter a trade on the 50% pullback of that displacement and place my stop behind the FVG. Got it? We're going to test this strategy that I currently have in mind, and I don't know yet whether it's profitable or not, to see if it actually works or if I'm being fooled into losing my money. Let's begin. Ideally, we should do this at least 100 to 300 times, but I'll do around 10 so you understand how the process works, and then you can test your own system in private. Look at the chart. Right here, the price went above our major high. From here on, since this analytical method tells us that liquidity has been taken and stronger sell scenarios are now expected, that's exactly what we'll do. I'll wait for the price to go below this low. Look, it happened right here. Two of our conditions are met. First, price broke the previous high. Second, it went below the most recent low. Now, we have to wait for the 50% pullback so we can enter the trade. If the price drops further, we'll calculate 50% of the move to identify the pullback level. Right here, the 50% pullback happened exactly as expected, so we enter the trade, set the stop loss behind the FVG, and target the most recent market low for the take profit. The take profit is something you discover through testing, so don't ask me where to place it, you have to test enough to find the best TP for you. Let's see what happens. This trade hit the stop loss. Sorry, I'm not an actor who only shows profitable trades and then lets you lose your money and come after me. If you really want to be profitable, this is the real way, and stop losses are an inseparable part of this job. Every job has a cost. A shop owner, for example, checks the inventory daily and pays to replace anything that's broken. In trading, that cost is the logical stop losses present in every strategy. Let's go to the next test. Again, I'll wait for price to go below the last low. Okay, it happened here. I enter at the 50% pullback and place the stop behind the FVG. What happened? Another stop loss. The reward from this entry method is very high, so I don't care if I hit 5 stop losses in a row, it means nothing to me. Again, look, here's a major high, price goes above it, and we need a move that takes out the previous low so we can enter at the 50% pullback. That's exactly what happened. If we enter and place our stop loss here, it gets stopped out again. I want you to feel that real sensation. After 3 stop losses, did you do something wrong? Absolutely not. You just have to stick to your strategy and not be afraid when you hit a stop. Don't fall into the trap. All you need to do is apply proper risk management and take the right entries. That's your responsibility. Let's go for the next trade. Here, the major high was touched, we see a move taking out the previous low, and we enter at the 50% pullback, placing our stop behind the gap as always. The reward for this trade is 5R. If it wins, it not only covers all 3 stop losses, but also gives us 2R profit. Let's see what happens. I'll fast forward to save time. The take profit hit, and now we're up 2R. Let's go to the next test. Here, the first 2 conditions are met, and now the third one, the 50% pullback, has also happened. I just set the stop behind the FVG and aim for a 7R reward. Let's see the result. This trade also hit take profit, so now we're up 9R. I'm testing a system in the simplest way possible. If I were to go scalping and use more advanced techniques, the results would be even better. But I'm doing it this way so that someone new to the market can develop a more realistic understanding. Let's do the next test. The conditions are met here, I won't explain again, and I enter. The reward is 10R. It hit stop loss. Now we're back to 8R. Let's go again. Same setup, I enter, and it hit stop loss again. Now we're at 7R. Again, the setup forms, I enter, and it hits another stop. Result, 6R. I enter another setup, everything is in place, and the reward is set at the previous major low, 10R. Let's see what happens. This trade hits take profit. We're now up 16R. Did you notice something? I simply tested a fixed setup multiple times, hit several stop losses, and yet, the few take profits completely erased the losses and put us in profit. That's real trading. It's built upon the most fundamental market principle, probability. If you do anything other than this, don't doubt that you're wasting your life, and don't chase dream sellers. By doing one consistent, correct thing, you can reach a reasonable income, but of course, you have to work hard and spend time testing and learning. I'm sure I've delivered the right mindset to you in this video, because I tested the system right in front of you, showing both stop losses and take profits. Your system might have a 65% win rate with 1:1 rewards, giving you 10 wins in a row and only a few losses. Or maybe your system gives you 20R profits with up to 8 consecutive losses. All of these are valid. Just try to optimize your system as much as possible so your stop losses become fewer and your take profits larger. I believe this was one of the most important videos on this channel. I showed you exactly how, if you follow a proper system and have the right mindset about wins and losses, you can make money. I hope you enjoyed this video, have a great day, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel.